Hi, Dr. Karen Can with another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And today feels like a denouement from the weekend, the Holistic Healing Event, the third annual Adirondack Holistic Healing Event, that is, at the Lake Clear Lodge. And what a blessing for me, the presenters, the participants there. All week before the event, I kept seeing angel numbers, and what I mean by angel numbers are repeating numbers. So I'd look at the clock; it'd be 222 or 111 or 333 or 444 555, and it was really pretty amazing. And what does that all mean anyway? But when you see numbers like that, I call them angel numbers because if you look up Doreen Virtue's Angel Numbers book, a lot of those repeating numbers, they don't have to be repeating, but the ones that you see over and over again, that's your angel number. But I tend to see the 111s. And in fact, if you caught it, last week's Spiritual Medicine Digest video was exactly 11 minutes and 11 seconds long. Pretty cool. Some people got it and actually emailed me and said, "Hey, did you see that it was 11:11?" I said, "Absolutely." It was pretty cool. So all week long, it was just a reminder for me that we are supported. I am supported. And at the Holistic Healing Event, the people that showed up, now we had less people than last year because the cost was different, the format was a little different, the topic was different. So people really had to invest not a lot of money, but some money into coming versus last year. And what I noticed was the people that showed up this year were really committed, really open, and really just dove right into the material and did it. It was amazing, actually. And they were so willing to try things. I mean, and we did some what I call weather magic. We used some Topocan healing to shift the weather. And I told them, I ordered the weather and we were supposed to get snow. I asked Archangel Uriel and his team if they could please delay that for us. If it really had to snow, if Mother Earth had to do that, please delay it to later on. On Saturday, we did the Qigong exercise outside, and that was so enjoyable. And then I did the energy clearing exercises outside too. And for those of you that have taken my Light Warrior training class, we added a couple new exercises. So I will be re-recording a webinar class on that. So stay tuned. Make sure you're on my mailing list at KarenCan.com so you'll get an alert when that free class is coming up, okay? So, and we learned about the chakras and food and spirit, and Sabine Weber, our holistic nutritional, functional nutritionist and food and spirit practitioner, did these mini consults where people could figure out which chakras were maybe the weakest, that we needed to shore up nutritionally with self-love, that kind of thing. And one of the major messages this weekend was about we do not take care of ourselves if we do not love ourselves. So forget about the diets, forget about the exercises, all that kind of stuff. If you feel like you can't make yourself do it, it probably is because you don't love yourself enough. So believe it or not, for those of you that douse muscle test like I do, I actually muscle test this number. So in the Topocan healing method on Sunday, the participants learned that the method really is 3 steps. One is you make an assessment of what it is that you want to heal. And then the second thing is you connect to source, and basically and all that means is you intend to use the Topo healing frequencies. You know that you're supported with the archangels. They're all their wonderful frequencies, and you make this healing, whether it be a visualization, energy, through your hands, or with the commands that I gave people on the cheat sheet. And then after you do the healing, then you do a reassessment with your muscle testing or dowsing. That's it. It's 3 steps, in seeing how things have shifted. Now, I really love to do weather magic, so I'm going to show you how to do that today. So I have my second CD here. It's the Ascension CD called Healing and Integration. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful music as the backdrop called Untold Depths by Christopher Lloyd Clark. And so we've imprinted a whole page of healing and integration energies, including ascension integration energies, and healing boundaries and that kind of thing, all the kind of stuff we've been working on lately and we've been talking about here. So here it's playing in the music. So go ahead and intend right now that this music penetrate through to your energy system and to your home and your your possessions and the people you love, to give them a little spurt of healing. So back to weather magic. So weather magic is, now sometimes I'm really visual, so I like to see, sometimes if there's a hurricane, I want to change that kind of thing. I want to see which way it's turning, and then I can visualize it, going out of the way. And you do want to intend, which I made the mistake with Hurricane Irene, just kind of saying, oh, let's just move it away from Florida. Well, what did it hit? It hit me, it hit us here in the Adirondacks, and I was in Canada and didn't know about it. So I was like, okay, note to self, be more specific about what you want to do with the weather. So, so if you have a visual, that may be helpful for you. But for example, I was picturing on Saturday us being outside by the lake. So I pictured sun, and it was actually pretty easy to picture that. So I pictured sun, it was dry. Now the weather called for snow and rain and all sorts of stuff. But, I told the participant this is what I ordered. I ordered the weather, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was for Saturday. And interestingly, on Sunday, we didn't have to be outside, so if it needed to rain, that's fine. It did rain a little bit, and it was right during the Tulpa healing class it started to snow. This was the second of the two classes I did that day, and I said to the participants, hey, we can practice. And all it was when people looked outside, went, whoa, it's really snowing. And they're like, okay, what do we want to do? We want to do like dry sun. And we didn't actually even formally we didn't actually formally do the command or anything. And within about 5 minutes, it cleared up, stopped snowing, and we could see it brightening outside, and everyone was just like, wow, that is so cool. You know what? You can do that. So the trick is, no matter what the weather man says, whatever the weather channel says, whatever you see outside, if it is for your highest and greatest good and all of the rest of us, picture the weather you want rather than the one you don't want. So don't worry about people saying what the weather's going to be like. Now, of course, if their thoughts are, leading you, then yeah, you're probably not going to be able to manifest the weather you want. But if you can be independent of those leading thoughts of other people, then you could actually create weather magic for yourself. And I find that if I have a vested interest in the weather being a certain way, like for example, if I'm coming home and it's raining and we've got African drums to bring back to the house, I don't want them to get damaged or wet, I'll picture that around my house it stops raining, and sure enough, it's raining, and we come around the corner completely dry. We load all the drums into the house, and about 5 minutes later, downpour. So this is really fun stuff. You can do it. Teach it to your kids. They're probably really good at it. I like doing the traffic magic too. And basically, just imagining the traffic you want as you go someplace, and imagining your whole day. And this is, you can call this law of attraction. This is not even necessarily Tulpa healing method. However, given that 97, 98% of people are attuned to the Tulpa healing energies with their intentions, especially if you intend to use those energies even stronger with those intentions, you can actually create some pretty awesome magic. So try it out. And one more exercise to give you today is check the vibration of your food that you're eating, especially if you didn't make it yourself, or it doesn't, even if you got it from the local farmer. Check the vibration. What I do is I put my hand over the food and I just muscle test how high a vibration is this, whatever it is, chicken, beef, potatoes, whatever it is, and I'll just muscle test. 0 meaning it's dead, 100 meaning it's awesome for you, high vibrational food, and you go ahead and muscle test that, and really try to clear your bias of it. Now that sometimes it's hard, make sure you're hydrated when you're doing muscle testing. So I'll clear it now. If it's I'll clear bias, and then if it's under 75, well, let's just say if it's under 90, actually, I usually will then charge it up. So I will do the Tulpa healing command. Is now commanded that this food be increased vibration to 100% optimal in the highest and best way. Thank you. Always say thank you. And then I'll hold my hands over the food. And sometimes I feel the vibration coming out of my hands because it's fun. And just for, I don't know, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that. Then I retest how high vibration is this food or this chicken or whatever it is. And I check, and if it's 95% or higher, I'm good. So you may want to practice with that and see how that feels for you. See if that works for you. It'd be really wonderful if it was all automatic, right? The minute you look at a food, the minute you touch it, that it automatically gets elevated to that. And I think that is coming. That will be our near future, I think. So, but the more conscious that you do your daily energy healing work on yourself, the energy clearing, we learned cord cutting, putting on your spiritual helmet, your aura shield, all that kind of stuff that currently is necessary as we get in the world, and we practice our energy management skills, because again, we are getting more and more empathetic, so our boundaries are getting a little loosey-goosey. We need to know how to shore up those boundaries manually, because we can also send energy and send healing so much faster as well, and you send it all with love. So the big points for today is love yourself more. How do you do that? So you can actually measure your quotient of self-love. How much do I love myself out of 100%? 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever it is. And then, if you're a body code emotional person, how can I love myself more? What imbalances are there preventing me from loving myself more? Maybe it's a belief. So the CD actually helps to heal some beliefs, and maybe it's a trapped emotion. It could be anything like that. So you've got self-love, and go ahead and use those Topocan healing energies that you're all attuned to right now. Intend to use it. Test your food and do some weather magic, and I'd love to hear your comments about how you change the weather. So you can go ahead and comment below on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss a single episode of the Spiritual Medicine Digest. And this week, if you hadn't listened to my radio show yesterday, it was Balancing by Numbers with Lloyd Muir, so check that out, about frequency of numbers and how you can heal yourself with some numbers. I know, pretty cool stuff. And next week is a recorded radio show with Wildflower. Yes, she's a psychic energy healing professional coach, and she has found a way in which those of us that are empathic can stop gaining weight and hopefully lose weight by having really healthy energy boundaries. And we're going to talk about the cord cutting and how that's all done and why it's done a certain way, and how she's discovered how you can energetically lose weight. So pretty cool show. So tune in for next Monday's show at noon, which is a recorded show. And we will talk to you next week. So enjoy. And you know what? Mercury in retrograde hasn't been all that bad. Did catch a few little monkey demons trying to do their thing, but we cleared it. So love you all and have a wonderful week. Bye for now.